Hey guys, we're back with Umineko no Naku Koyo ni, translated meaning when the sequels cry, better known as Umineko when they cry. For the first time ever, I messed up that intro, I'll be honest about it.
First time ever.
That's actually, I think, the first time ever.
That's the third retake.
Well, yeah, well, like, the first, like, you know, recording, you know what I mean. We are back.
Yeah.
And Grant, do you want to guess how long it's been?
It's been 6 months.
No, 4.5 months. I have counted. The last date was December 12th. It's April 30th. I have been counting the days. I have a calendar. No, I have tally marks on my wall. Carve one every day to remind me of the sentence my hard drive takes.
I've got I've got Goda and small bombs written on my walls.
You don't even know what those mean.
I know I don't get it, but it's in blood and I'm confused.
So for this intro, we'll just be talking about what happened earlier in episode 2 as a refresher.
Oh yeah.
So briefly, you know, it started out with Shannon and George, you know, the dating scene. You remember that, right?
Wait, this is still episode 2?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
We're just about to get to the good part.
Okay.
We recorded like 40 minutes in, but we only got like 20 minutes in of the scene we're in, I think. So the dating scene, then like, you know, Shannon and, you know, furniture, Cannon showed up, and then, you know, the Cannon going to the Jessica's concert, you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
The pet ton, so your pet ton.
Pet ton.
Yeah. And then Cannon be like, you know, I hate your mixtape, Jessica. I hate you on furniture. And then, you know, Rosa and Maria on the train. You remember that? Ooh.
Oh yeah, Smash Bros in a closed box.
Yep. And then, they got to Yakujima. And there's a 19th person, supposedly. Beatrice. Multiple people saw her. If I'm right, it's Genji, Cannon, maybe Shannon? Not actually sure on that. Rosa, Kirei, and Maria. That's 6 people who have seen this person. So, my question for you, it's been a while, I know, but do you think that this Beatrice is a new character or one of the 18 disguised? Does it mean...
So, from what I know about Beatrice,
Yep.
just so far,
Yep.
is that she is not a witch, because those don't exist.
Oh, no, witches exist.
No.
I've been reading the House of Fata Morgana, they exist.
Okay, they may exist in Fantasyland, but...
Okay, so she's not a witch, what else?
Okay, she's not a witch,
Yeah.
but she apparently can perform great feats of science.
Science? Oh, there was. She saw it. You saw it. She did the candy trick where she threw the candy up and it fixed itself. That's proof magic is real.
Well, lots of things she could have done that. She could have had another one.
Well, I mean, Rosa saw it, I think. Did she?
Rosa's insane.
Ah, the good old insane alibi. The insanity plea. So, do you think she's one of the 18, or it's a 19th person? And maybe they're working with a culprit that's one of the 18? Because we know, we've read Nox's rules, the culprit has to be one of the 18.
Right.
So this Beatrice cannot be the culprit.
Well, Umineko breaks a lot of rules too.
That is true, actually. But if you want to consider this from a mystery perspective instead of a fantasy perspective, you should assume that the culprit was in episode 1. I think that's a safe bet.
Okay. Yes.
Of course, that doesn't mean she can't be the culprit of this game. But then there's also who was the murderer in episode 1. Assuming, you know, it wasn't a witch that did it.
Right.
So, that is pretty weird when you think about it, right? I'll leave you to ponder that as we start the episode. We're 5 minutes in. I think until we get to the Twilights, which should be in a couple episodes. So, you know, about 2 years from now. That's the biggest question you have to think of. Who is Beatrice, and is she one of the 18?
What does she do?
I mean, if you consider, well, not consider, if you believe that Beatrice is the culprit, which, I mean, there's likely reason to the letter that she wrote, saying she's gonna kill everyone, saying that, you know, it's Beatrice, then you would naturally think she's one of the 18. But
you're not wrong.
That doesn't mean there can't be 2 Beatrices. The one in the VIP room and maybe, you know, the one killing people. But then that creates all sorts of problems. I'm doing the thinking for you now at this point. You're the one that should be thinking. Anyway, who's doing narration this time? Me or you?
I think I'll let you.
Okay, the person knocking was Kaus. I want you to be... This is one thing I want us to switch on. You're Kaus now, I'm Natsuki.
Okay.
You know about the goat cross-counter scene, right?
Yes.
That's why I'm doing that.
Okay. I think I saved a different part than you did, so what do you see right now?
I saw... The person knocking was Kaus.
Okay.
And Father Today is our annual family conference.
Okay, yeah, that's where I'm at now.
Okay.
What kind of voice should we give Kraus? What did he sound like?
Deep, manly man who loves real estate.
Like, Father. Today is our annual family conference.
Metal Gear?
Metal Gear. Haven't the siblings gathered here just to get a glimpse of you?
And you're Kinzo.
I'm also Kinzo?
Yeah.
Ah! Be silent! I say I won't leave! You're there too, aren't you, Genji? Why haven't you had my food brought here as I ordered you to?
Kinzo screamed across the door. Genji was waiting behind Kaus. And I think you're also Genji.
Your meal has been prepared so that it might be carried to the study. However, Kraus-sama has expressed his wish that you eat downstairs tonight. Father, I'm not asking you to do this every day. Just for this one night, won't you gather together with your family? Who are you calling family? Since when have you considered vultures circling in wait for the roadkill to be family? Would you call rotting, oozing maggots family as well? My.
Arya.
Ada.
Kaus shrugged at the
There's a picture. There's a picture for this, by the way.
Which you'd have expected.
Genji, carry the meal. Oh no, damn it.
What?
Sorry. This is Kinzo. It's not obvious because of the spread. Genji, carry the meal here as you were told. Why don't you listen to what I say? Why? Genji-san, I leave this in your capable hands. My voice will no longer reach that man.
Kaus gave his head a small shake, then quickly turned his back on the door to the study. I bet you're glad I'm narrating, or you'd be everybody.
my throat's already starting to hurt, so...
He'd only come calling to save face in front of his siblings, knowing full well how useless this was. It's useless? It's all useless? After Genji watched Kaus disappear down the stairs, he called again and pressed the door.
Master, we have finished preparations for your meal to be carried here.
What's wrong with Genji's nose?
Which sprites are you using?
Original. That's what the new images. In both of them, his nose looks weird.
Oh yeah. What in the world?
Genji was Voldemort the whole time.
No. Master, we have, did I already say that?
No, I don't think so.
We have finished preparations for your meal to be carried here. Shall we bring some for Dr. Nanjo as well?
Andrew could be seen in the study. His Kinzo had forcefully Forcefully pestered him into finishing their long-lasting chess game. They'd been playing against each other since the early evening. This chess game is actually us reading Umineko.
Am I Kinzo?
Yeah, I'm Danjo. Oh no, what did I be, Kinzo?
No, I think I'm the raging alcoholic.
Well, but he pestered him into finally finishing their long-lasting game. Danjo announced as a doctor that Kinzo's days were numbered. So he couldn't refuse if Kinzo demanded that they finish the game while he still lived.
This is us playing Fortnite.
Kinzo was thinking deeply about his move, concentrating more than usual. Him and I, referring to Grant, I'm talking to the audience now, started playing Fortnite recently, and it's actually tons of fun. We have our third friend who plays it. We're hoping to play with him too, and that will actually be great. Anyway, it had been Kinzo's turn for some point. I'm not gonna record Fortnite though because I'm not a loser. Don't worry. And Nanjo was tired of waiting, and randomly pulled out a book on magic that he couldn't understand and was skimming it. Kinzo-san, you won't think of a good move just by folding your arms and sitting in front of the board. Perhaps we had better take a break and refresh our minds.
Be silent.
You do the perfect Kinzo. Did he practice this?
No. That should be enough to solidify my defense. Will the bishop and the knight be able to penetrate that opening?
Symbolism. Today, Kinzo was focused on maintaining a strong defense. Normally, Kinzo's motto was that offense was the best defense. Yeah, that's my motto too. However, today was completely the opposite. I'm also hungry. Shall we suspend the game here? Besides, I've used my head so much without a fight that I'm already feeling dizzy. At this rate, I might not be able to perform at my best.
Now that won't do. In chess, both players must always make their best moves. Any other sort of move is merely a nuisance to consider, ruining a game whose focus is predicting your opponent's thoughts. Such a thing considerably reduces our enjoyment.
Kinzo sighed deeply, finally shifted his gaze away from the board. Chess isn't chess without an opponent. If that opponent is tired and wants to suspend the game, there's no getting around it. True, the goal of chess is for both players to make the best possible moves and aim for victory. Hey Grant, are you paying attention? This is important.
I am.
It's an intellectual game where reading your opponent is key.
Is that in red? Is that important?
But Kinzo, hey Grant, you don't know what the red is yet. Shh.
Oh.
Have you forgotten that there's another goal besides victory?
What? What other goal could there possibly be? Oh, this music is lit.
Yeah, it's a World's End something, I think?
It's World End...
It's not Dominator.
Is it World End Dominator, but like music box mode?
No, it's World End Conductor?
Interesting.
I forget the name. This is one that I always forget about, but this is a good one. To think that you, of all people, would forget something like this. Chess is a way to pass the time having fun with a friend.
Oh, you've got me there. I believe I once said those exact words to you long ago. Yes, you've got me there.
Kinzo, who almost always wore a frown, relaxed his face for once and laughed. You have to laugh in the background. Danjo felt like he had been reunited with a close friend he hadn't seen in ages. That's how it is. Now that I've managed to take a shot back at you, what do you say? Will you go down with me and have dinner? Why don't you rediscuss Kasparov's middle game along with some coffee?
An appealing proposition, but I'm afraid I must decline. I can no longer leave this room. After all, the ceremony has already begun.
Is that so? Well, my stomach is growling. I'll go downstairs. Anytime you feel like it.
None, Joe. Thank you.
Oh, what could you be thanking me for?
We didn't finish our match. However, it seems I have somehow achieved that second goal of chess, which I had forgotten. And it would appear that goal is no less important than achieving checkmate.
This isn't like you. Why so sentimental?
You said it yourself, did you not? My days in this world are numbered. Now go, and don't come to this room again. Let us continue this match in the Golden Land. Anytime someone says Golden Land, you have to say it that voice now.
That's fine with me. But we'll have to start over. Losing that rook was a serious blow. Well then, I'll see you later.
Yes, later. Maybe in the Golden Land. Or in Purgatory. Or possibly in the next world.
Episode 3, they play chess.
Which of these 3 things... He just said the next world in 3 different ways here.
Well, you could consider the Golden Land kind of different from Purgatory, but at the same time, are they? That's up to how you view it, really.
Your interpretation, got it.
Yeah, well, not even necessarily that. Like, having read Umineko, I know what the Golden Land is, but that's up to your interpretation.
I see.
Banjo didn't say anything beyond that, and with a motion made smooth by familiarity, he pushed the button on the table that would release the auto lock. Then after looking at Kinzo's back one last time, he left the study. That scene actually made me like Kinzo. I don't know how that happened, but huh. I don't remember that scene at all.
Do you not like Kinzo?
Well, it's not that I don't like Kinzo, but he's...
I mean, he is kind of a jerk.
He's easy to hate. You'll see that, especially in episode 3. Just wait for that.
Got it.
And episode 4 and episode 5. No. You'll see some of how he treated his children in episode 3, basically.
I see.
Okay. Oh, alright, I'm narrating. I was waiting for you. As he did, Genji's voice came from the hall.
If you are ready, Master, I will now carry in your dinner. It may be my final dinner. I must savor it. Please prepare it. As you wish. And are your preparations complete as well, Master? Indeed. In the time leading up to this day, this room has been carefully wrapped in a multitude of barriers. Even if her roulette chooses me, I will definitely repair it.
Which one, like daily leveling, trials, expert? Which one?
50-60.
Oh, gross.
I will remain alive, and will surely become one of those who reach the Golden Land.
I love this already.
It's leveling roulette when you land on
main.
Ifrit?
No, it's main scenario.
Oh no.
The Golden Land is Ifrit, yeah.
I shall repulse the visit of the Reapers trying to drag me off to the land of the dead.
That's the main scenario. You're lit. You have to watch all the cutscenes.
No. I did that the other day.
This is Final Fantasy Talk 14. For you losers that don't play. Like losers and winners. We have no content.
Oh god, I have to do a girl voice now. Excuse me. I have come to serve your meal.
Shannon entered the VIP room, bowing her head and pushing in the serving cart. The young woman by the window, gazing out into the supposedly empty darkness, was definitely that witch. So now, you just added another person to the list of people that have seen this Beatrice. Meaning witches exist, right?
No.
So it is Shannon this time. How long it's been? Oh! Yeah, it's been like almost 5 months. How about that? It's been 4 months and 18 days. Your face isn't nearly as pale as it once was. I can see you know canon. Or they recognized you.
Thank you very much.
Shannon solemnly prepared dinner. There were actually several things she wanted to ask the witch, but they were all jumbled up, and she didn't know where to start. How do you feel about this song? Okay?
Reminds me of a Final Fantasy X song, actually.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
This is totally a
one.
Beatrice song. Like you can kind of hear like the mayhem behind it.
A little bit, yeah. It's definitely a little chaotic.
Yeah, her heart was all jumbled up, and she didn't even understand her own emotions. So she could only do her job dispassionately, with everything still vague. However, the witch saw what was in her heart. You can't hide anything from a witch.
Nicholas.
Yeah?
Cute little fangs.
I won't apologize. I'm a witch after all.
Apologize for what?
Come now. Candy must have told you about it. I only rescued your love life because of my mischievous spirit. There's nothing more than a seed I sowed so I could watch your love grow more complicated, become twisted, and fail. When you do your Shannon voice, speak up a tiny bit more. You're required.
I imagine some people think it's more fun to hear about love than to have it.
You couldn't possibly be trying to thank me, right?
I am. No matter what kind of ulterior motive you had when you gave me the magic of love, it doesn't change the fact that I received it from you. So even if you sowed that seed knowing that the two of us wouldn't be able to stay together for life, I won't hold a grudge against you.
Huh?
Back!
Since furniture is dull after all. This is where I showed my skill by cooking it into something interesting.
I don't understand what you're thinking, Torichi-sama. You are a great witch, and people like us don't even reach your feet. Nor can we even imagine your grand thoughts. But there is at least one thing I can say.
What is it?
Thank you for teaching me to be human. You said it yourself. I am no longer furniture.
Be silent, furniture. If you're a true human, hearing the announcement of your death on the day that you were to receive an engagement ring should have you dancing around, mad with grief. But what are you doing? Your face looks so enlightened, it's like you've accepted everything. Truly an anticlimax, furniture.
She looks a little upset.
Yes, she does. Make sure to pay attention to Beatrice's facial expressions, by the way. That's one thing your Kushi's art does very well. Show facial expressions. And sometimes, they don't match with what she says.
No, I am not furniture.
Be silent, furniture.
I won't be silent, because I'm not furniture.
Are you saying you won't obey my orders?
Furniture obeys orders, but a human decides for herself whether to obey orders or not. Actually, streamer, are you saying that only females can be humans?
Isn't that a line from, what's it, BioShock? I haven't played the BioShock games, but
that sounds like something that would come from BioShock.
He's not furniture, but it's something like that. I haven't played any of them, but...
I mean, the entire premise of the underwater city in BioShock is basically exactly what that says.
Is that the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I haven't played them, but I'm familiar with the twists of 1 and Infinite. Do the bold.
So I won't obey your orders.
Yeah, but that wasn't in red, so... It's like nighttime, so I'm not gonna do loud with that. I take back what I said. You really are interesting. If I hadn't sowed these seeds, I really would have allowed the ceremony to control your fate without clinging to any emotions. But now you've grown to become something truly interesting, something that will entertain me to no end. That is well, for I'm not fond of boredom. Sleepy?
Very. Dinner is ready. Here you go.
Doesn't this look delicious? If Goda makes it to the Golden Land, perhaps I shall commission him as my chief cook.
I heard from Canon-kun something about how if I rejected George-san's proposal, you promised not to make me a sacrifice.
Indeed. I said as much. You would make an ideal potential sacrifice for the second Twilight. But because Canon cried and screamed, asking that I spare you, I graciously listened to his words. With the condition that you abandon your engagement, of course. See how gracious I am?
A foolish offer. What a foolish threat. So, you used that to thoroughly bully Canon-kun, did you?
Oh, so you comprehend. Also, speak up more.
More?
Compared to the music, you're quiet. Or are you like away from your mic or something?
I'll move my mic closer.
I think it's specifically your Shannon voice that has this problem.
Shannon is a scared little girl, so it's hard to do her voice.
I'm not sure of how it sounds in post, but on my end, it sounds like you
got it.
So you comprehend. Apparently, Shannon didn't seem through it. She had apparently guessed on how the witch had bullied and humiliated Canon with that horrible promise as bait. Made him crawl on the carpet and kiss my shoes. And that's not all. Do you want to hear the other ways in which I humiliated him?
Lewd.
Sharon silently shook her head. What are you implying?
I've finally come to understand you. You like to bully, confuse, and trouble people, and you do it to entertain yourself. So now I know for sure the one single way I can resist you.
And what might that be?
I don't care about you. Oh. I don't care that you broke your arm.
What?
I'll carry out the fate that has been given to me.
Is that
That's
Final
all.
Fantasy X?
I won't entertain you. No.
I don't care about you?
Why is there another you there?
Because she stretched it out.
You?
Like, she was actually shocked. You can see by her face. The witch's features twisted in hatred for just an instant. It disappeared immediately, but the expression that briefly rose to her face was rare for the witch, whose malicious smile usually never faded for a second. I see. So you might resist me in that way. How amusing. How truly entertaining. I'll kill you. You and your lover both.
Jose. If that's the fate you've decided upon, do as you will. I won't be afraid, and I won't stand against you. After all, I don't believe that the cruel fate that's coming is controlled by your will. We humans know nothing about fates that might come to pass in the future. That's why I'll live to the fullest until the last instant, following my convictions and the fates set before me. Fate is just a roll of the dice. Jesus, this paragraph's enormous. There's no malice in it. Even if you claim there is, I won't believe it.
If you need to take a breath, just take a breath after like every sentence.
I didn't need to take a breath, it was just long.
Oh, well, like, you know, just pause for a second. Well, oh,
Yeah,
you just mean it was long, like, you know.
Yeah, no, it's just long.
Oh, okay. So even though you've been quit being furniture, you have no fear of death. Seems you believe this will bore me, but you couldn't be more wrong. The thoughts of seeing whether you can hold on to that view until the last moment really starts to intrigue me more and more. Lots of cackling.
I can't stand this. Why did you take the form of a human, appear in front of us, speak with human words, and ridicule us? If you hadn't appeared in front of us, if you hadn't predicted the future, we would have been able to live life to the fullest until the last moment.
That's what witches do. I live off your fates, reigning as a high-order being does over low-order beings. Your fates are nothing more than fragments. Capitalized. You won't get that. Wait. You won't get that until you watch a couple more episodes of Higurashi. If I cut my hands together, I could scoop out as many of those as I want. Just like how, no matter what the beef cows I raise might babble, doesn't change the fact that I'll be having them for dinner.
We are powerless, so we cannot fight against your ceremony or fate. But I can make you unhappy right now.
You know, hold on. You know what I really hate? I hate it when the media brings up, you know, comparisons to how we kill animals to eat to like other philosophy. Like that's been done enough. You can stop doing that.
What?
Like you know, like the Chimera ant arc did it. You know, like ants eat humans, so humans can't complain, like because you know cows do it. You know, I'm sick of that.
Oh yeah, it's annoying.
Well, not necessarily annoying, just overdone. I've seen it enough times that, you know, it's not really new. Although the Chimera ant arc was pretty cool. Anyway.
Oh.
It was... You're saying we're powerless, right?
I just finished that statement.
Oh, you finished it? Finished it?
Yep. Yep.
Oh. And how are you planning to accomplish this?
By walking away from this place right now. No matter how I respond to your words, it will only amuse you. Refusing to respond to your questions is my only method of resisting you.
I see, I see. You might be able to take a shot at me. But you cannot defeat me, yes? I have the power to kill anyone for eternity. I cannot wait to see whether you can keep up that resistance in an endlessly repeating cycle of death and rebirth. Don't you forget it, okay? You spoke those words yourself. What?
Nay? Nay. Well then, if you'll excuse me, if you need anything, please call me.
Shannon gave a reserved bow and faced away. With that gesture, Baby surely did take a shot back at the witch, just as Beatrice had said. Because When the witch calmed down again, she said in a bit more quick-tempered than she had before. Can't thank me, can't you? Can't you thank me for bringing you your day of rest?
Furniture may be happy when their day of rest comes, but I am a human, so I have nothing to thank you for. Is that all you have to say?
You plan to accept George's ring, yes? Don't forget that if you do, I'll abandon the promise I made with Cannon, the promise that you will not be selected as a sacrifice.
If you need anything else, I'll have someone else come, if you'll excuse me.
Look at Shannon's smile for a second. It's not a straight line, there's like little... You see that?
A smirk.
A flat-out interruption. Shannon still had an answer to. And the sound of the door closing came instead of an answer. Shannon's resistance probably struck far more deeply into the witch than Shannon herself thought. Because an expression of hatred once again rose to Beatrice's face. She made Cannon submit, even though he hadn't been ensnared until the end. Whereas Shannon, who had been so easily ensnared before, refused to submit this time. I see. So this state of affairs is amusing after all. Perhaps I really am still young. This is why I haven't tired of life after 1,000 years.
She's a cutie. Yes, 1,000 years.
Raining. Battler time! Battler's gonna show up, guys!
Oh no, I forgot what my battler voice is.
You're just talking to your normal voice, but slightly louder.
Alright.
This was the most fabulous part of the family conference. Dinner. In the past, when Kinzo had been serious about the conference, he had taken everyone's yearly gathering for dinner very seriously. Because anything embarrassing that occurred during the dinner would cause the deepest shame for him as the host. He had given Natsuhi stern orders to avoid embarrassment at all costs. Because of that, Shrink House eventually hired Goda, who had confidence in his cooking skills. Thanks to that, they became able to serve wonderful dinners they could be confident in. And by that time, Kinzo closed himself up in his study, never appeared for dinner. Maybe you could call that ironic. When the main dish for tonight, calf steak, was set out. It's calf, right? Not calf?
It's calf.
Okay. Calf sounds ridiculous. I don't know why I said that. Goda began to describe it proudly, further stimulating everyone's appetite. And on this steak is a rose that I plucked from the garden with a wrapper on it.
It was kind of weird. I don't know. Here, Goda.
Oh yeah. The sauce here is Bordelais. It's French, I pronounced it correctly.
Bordelais.
Of course, the red wine base I used was excellent, even amongst those made in Bordeaux. But in addition, I'm doing the thing with my hand where, like, you know, if you put it below your waist, you can punch someone. You have to make that sound when you voice Goda. But in addition, I prepared an original blend of this house. There's certain characters I always have to do this for. Like, there's a character in Valhalla that I did this for.
God.
A blend of choice alcohol from around the world to further deepen the taste. The sauce is limited to this year. I sincerely hope you all enjoy your meal.
Who's this?
Kraus, you.
This Kraus?
He just showed up on screen. Come on.
Isn't that wonderful? However, isn't Bordelais sauce common to French cooking? It almost seems like using alcohol from outside France, but that is heresy.
Wait, Grant, is that heresy? I thought it was hearsay.
It's heresy.
Oh no. The House in Fata Morgana is like a visual novel like witches and stuff. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Have you been playing hearsay the whole time?
Quick, I have to go re-record everything.
Jesus.
No.
It's heresy.
If I upload this before the House in Fata Morgana, I can show that I realized my mistake, and everything will be okay. Okay, we have to finish Umineko tonight.
Okay.
Kraus-sama, today's the annual family conference. As a dinner for those who normally live far away, who have traveled far from across the world to gather together, I realized it would be most fitting to have a sauce made from a blend of fine alcohols from all over the planet that have never met each other before. So I had it specially prepared.
I think I'm Hideyoshi. Wonderful!
Yeah, I think I know that.
A truly wonderful cook. That's what you are. Food and medicine work twice as well if you sell it right. It's already twice as delicious as normal food, and the advertising makes it twice as good as that.
Hold on, let me do the math. Twice? Times 4!
Oh! The taste keeps doubling and doubling.
It's Misha. Giggle. Come on, Nissan. That question of yours is obviously a plant. No, I think you're a real dog. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Yeah.
Alright. No doubt about it. You totally set Goto-san up to steal a show on that one.
Yeah, make him sound like a cowboy.
Dead ass ready.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's the voice.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay.
Rudolph really likes
so.
westerns.
I thought there might be some people here who didn't notice that today's food was in the French style. After all, Ava just said that avoiding butter was a virtue, but that's the Spanish style. Well, I guess they do share a border, right?
That's not what I meant. Will you please not take part of the conversation out of context and make stuff up? You're Rosa, right?
No, you're Rosa. Oh yeah, no, you're Maria.
Ooh.
It's a very delicious sauce.
Like, while Rosa's eating, she's like, you know, has a fork in one hand and just beating Maria with the other.
Has a knife in the other one. You know what I'm saying?
Kinzo's seating arrangement makes it so Yozo and Maria do not sit together.
That's genius.
Kinzo made up the seating arrangement so Maria would be away from Yozo.
Goto-san, you certainly are amazing.
It's a great honor to receive your praise, and this is all thanks to Madam's habitual guidance. No, it was all Golda's idea. I only listened to the recipe and approved of it. It looked like the siblings quickly got into a loud argument about the sauce, but for the most part, dinner proceeded peacefully. However, a certain question they desperately wanted to ask burned inside each one of them. It was about that visitor, the 19th person. The Golden Witch.
They don't exist.
Well, I mean, they don't. The person doesn't exist in general.
No, the person does exist. Witches don't.
In actuality, Evan, Rudolph, and the rest were very much on their guard during this meal. I mean, if you think about it, like 6, 7 people have seen her. They could just all be conspiring together.
It's the Mandela effect.
And there's not actually a person there.
It's the Mandela effect.
Wait, they misremembered seeing a person?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. In actuality, Evan, Rudolph, and the rest were very much on their guards during this meal. If the mystery guest was ever going to be introduced, this dinner table would be the most appropriate place to do it. However, no place was set at the dinner table for the witch. The family conference would begin in earnest after the meal. Previous experiences told them that it might last until deep into the night. However, they couldn't imagine why such a person should be kept hidden until that late, if they were going to be introduced in the end anyway. So Evan and Rudolph and the rest were starting to feel a certain suspicion. Perhaps this guest was unknown even to Kraus. This wasn't an assassin called by Kraus to give him an advantage in the inheritance problem. Then maybe they should speak frankly to Kraus beforehand, creating a common front to resist anything disadvantageous to the 4 siblings. If she was Kinzo's assassin, whose purpose was to keep the inheritance from being handed over to the 4 siblings, the enmity between Kraus and the other siblings could only become a weak point that benefited the enemy. Well then, please enjoy at your leisure. When he finished explaining the reasoning behind the table setting and the cooking, Goto tried to leave the room, but Kirei called him to a stop with a small voice. Yes, Kirei-sama? What is it? Please excuse me. As under the impression we had company today, but can we expect to be joined at the dinner table? She planned on saying it nonchalantly, but unfortunately, reached the ears of Natsuhi, who was sitting in the next seat over. It seemed that Natsuhi had heard this, even though the guests are here, why hasn't the host come to dinner? In other words, the Kirei sent and asked whether Kinzo was going to join them for dinner. The family head is not at his best, so he said he would take dinner to a study. I believe my husband explained that in the beginning. I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. Natsuhi's reaction instantly told Kirei that this unknown visitor was also unknown to Kraus and his wife. Which meant, on the chessboard inside Kirei's mind, flip the chessboard over! Around. Is it over or around? It's over. Or that implies you like, turn the chessboard over, right? She could, wait. That still sounds like you're flipping it upside down. We need to rethink this catchphrase. She could hear the shattering of the pieces as clattering as they rearrange themselves. Oh, it's time.
What do you mean we have company?
Battler, who'd been sitting next to Natsuhi, seemed to have heard Kirai's words without misunderstanding them. Thinking it strange that someone else would be invited to today's family conference, spoke up incredulously?
Incredulously?
Oh no. Thanks to that, the uncomfortable feeling building in the siblings chest suddenly exploded. Everyone looked at Goda at the same time. Judging by their reactions, it's clear that no one here had invited that mystery woman.
I think I've given Rudolph like 6 voices now that I think about it.
Just give him your best cowboy impression, and you have.
Yeehaw. Yeehaw.
For an instant, Goda was starting to find everyone's gazes gathered on him. But because of his naturally vain personality, this actually gave him a feeling of superiority. Therefore, he answered in an extremely calm and graceful manner. That is correct. Our guest wanted to eat alone in the VIP room when his beer is being served there. That extremely graceful and reasonable response of Goda's made it obvious to everyone that a 19th person, a visitor, existed. The VIP room? A guest? What? Who are you talking about? Natsuhi's words echoed through the question that everyone who didn't know about the appearance of the Golden Witch was thinking. For a while, Goda was disoriented, caught completely off guard by his sudden interrogation. It's interrogation, right? Not
Actually, it's interrogation.
Yeah. This was a guest who had been treated with such deep respect. He hadn't imagined that Carlos and his wife might not even know about her. The guest was, Beatrice-sama. Beatrice! See? Beatrice came,
Ooh.
We had been telling the other cousins over and over again that she had met Beatrice that day. The cousins had answered flippantly, but they hadn't believed. This is words that I'm pretty sure I know how to pronounce, but probably don't.
Still have to ask.
Yeah, so like when I read them alone, I just go with it. But now that you're here, someone can make fun of me for it. Not in post. So their eyes grew wide.
Sorry, I totally thought you were joking, Maria. So she really was there.
You're Jessica?
Yeah. By Beatrice, do you mean that Beatrice with the gold?
Ooh, I've been saying she exists the whole time. No one believes. Sorry, Maria-chan. That's not how we meant it. After learning that everyone had doubted Beatrice's existence, Maria, who'd been in a good mood all day, completely lost her temper. George, who sat in the next seat over, tried frantically to calm Maria. Rose is like punching the air, making eye contact with George. Like, come on, do it.
Yeah. Goda.
He sent me a PNG.
Is this some sort of dinner entertainment? Quite a performance. Anarchy, quit playing dumb.
That's perfect.
You called her here, right? Called? Called whom?
McCree and Solid Snake have a conversation.
This is really hard to do, by the way.
I appreciate it, though. Nissan, let's be clear about this.
Nissan.
Who is she? Surely you aren't going to tell us it really is the Beatrice from that portrait, right?
I don't have a clue what you people are talking about. Goda, you really aren't joking, right?
I was just ordered by Genji-san. Call for Genji. Immediately. When Natsuhi yelled, Goda sped out into the hallway. The sound of the door being thrown open was the spark that suddenly set the dinner table ablaze.
So, you're saying you're in the dark too, Aniki? Who called her? Was it Dad? I don't know anything about this. It seems you people think I've been pulling strings behind the scenes. It's a huge misunderstanding. I always forget whose
like
voice is like...
You know, like a, between Rudolph and Kinzo. The kind of
Calm
Western, but
down,
also happy.
Krusty-san. We've gone past the stage of skirmishing with each other.
Whoa. You did it.
What?
You did it.
Oh. If you're saying even you don't know about this mystery person, that something crazy's going on.
Now say death by hanging.
Death by hanging.
No, that's Rudolph. Hideyoshi-san, can you be a little more discreet with your words? My husband will not invite unnecessary people to the family conference.
Obviously. What are you people talking about? Are you saying the witch of the portrait is broken out of her frame and appeared? It's not as though anyone's actually met this witch face to face.
House's voice has been flanderized in the course of 40 minutes.
I met her.
Evan and Rudolph nodded at Yosa's proclamation. Ooh, I met her too. Uncle Klaus, believe it. Believe Mama. Ooh. The brief tension was broken. Maria also started to make a ruckus. But now the room was thoroughly wrapped in chaos.
I don't have a clue what's going on, so what does it mean? Does it mean the witch who gave Grandfather the gold is showing up as a special guest this year? But is that really true? Aunt Rosa didn't see it wrong, did she?
I met her too. Ooh. Aunt Rosa, are you sure?
Yes. Marie and I met her, and we even talked to her. I met her! That was definitely a witch. Believe me! Woo! I definitely didn't see it wrong or hallucinate or anything. What on earth was that? What's that? What's that?
In the instant before the typhoon arrived, Rosa definitely met a witch in the Rose Garden. But the scene had been so hard to accept as truth. The more she spoke of it like this, the less she understood what it was that she had encountered. Ironically, since she was losing her composure, the more frantically she tried to cling to her claim, the more confused and hazy the thing she was describing became. Because of that, it only took a single, calmly spoken sentence to confirm the nature of what she was describing beyond doubt. I also met with her. I greeted, well, I couldn't really call it that. I exchanged a few words with her. It's definitely not something that Rosa-san just saw wrong.
Is it Kirei or Kairi?
I think it's Kirei.
I'll go with Kirei. Kirei-san, are you serious?
Yes, but she didn't tell me her name, so I can't say for certain that she was Beatrice. However, and sorry if this is subjective, but since I met her in the entrance hall, I was able to compare her face with the portrait. My first impression was that this portrait has to be hers. This is all just subjective. That isn't possible. In the first place, where did that woman come from? The only boat arriving today was the one that brought all of you here. Was she on that boat?
Well, it's hard to say for sure. Of course, I don't remember any woman like that getting off the boat with us.
Oh, is that all? Can you prove there wasn't a boat besides the one we rode on? You can't! It's a devil's proof! No, we won't mention that for a little while.
What?
You can't prove one didn't arrive.
Makes sense. If another boat did arrive, it might be possible to prove it. If someone saw it and they said they saw it, then you're done. But it's impossible to prove that such a boat didn't arrive. Even if everyone says that no such boat arrived, that they didn't see it arrive, you can't prove that it didn't arrive secretly.
Okay, Grant, this is the devil's proof.
It's that thing they call a devil's proof.
Oh! They called it, oh, hey! They named it. Get used to devil's proof, Grant. They're like the basis of Umineko.
It'd be simple to prove that devils exist.
Are you narrating
Well, this sounds like the thing that Battler's saying, so...
Okay.
All you have to do is meet a devil, but it's impossible to prove that devils don't exist. Just by saying that no one has ever met a devil, you can't deny the possibility that they're hiding away somewhere humans can't go. You can't deny the existence of aliens for exactly the same reason. Until humanity searches the whole of space and can show perfectly that aliens don't exist, can't be sure they don't exist. And it's definitely impossible for us to ever check the entirety of space for the existence of aliens. Therefore, while there may be a number of ways to prove that aliens do exist, it will always be impossible to show proof that denies their existence.
So, any discussion about there being a second boat will just be a waste of our time. She wasn't on the boat with us. Hold on, I'm gonna do this. There. That much is a fact, so she must have arrived on this island through some other means. That's right. There may be no need to discuss how she came here. What's important is that she's actually in this mansion now. Doesn't feel like having dinner with us.
Alright, let's review. Right now, there's another guest on this island, other than the 18 people with the HorseyEatYou family. And this is a guest even Aniki and Natsuhi-san don't know about, right?
I know nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Be silent for now. Your headache will get worse. It is as my wife says. I have no idea what you people have been talking about up until now.
Then there can only be one answer. Father called her here for today's family conference.
For the family conference? Again, why?
Tone down on the snake a little bit with his voice.
Thank you, it hurts.
I'm questioning you because I thought you might know.
Hey, but could you give it a rest? Krasny-san said he doesn't know. So here's what we've got. Father stealthily invited the Witch of the Portrait as a secret guest, and she met with Rosa-san and Maria-chan, and then Kirei-san. That's all for now. If she has something to say to us, she could just show herself right away. Now we've got to wonder why she shut herself up without greeting us. Does this mean Dad, who never gave a crap about this family conference in the first place, secretly called a new mistress here? And had her wear the clothes of his ideal witch? This day is too important for that explanation to fly.
There can only be one reason. To join in on the family conference. She wants to claim some right to father's inheritance. Ridiculous! Oh, what's
Bakabakashi.
Yeah, Bakabakashi. The family head wouldn't have something as filthy as a mistress.
I gotta revamp the Solid Snake, hold on.
Build it from the ground up.
I told you to be quiet. I've lived in this mansion with Father all this time, and I've never heard a thing about something like that. If we stretch plausibility to the limit and assume Father had an illegitimate child with some mistress decades ago, then maybe Father searched her out and called her here today. Is that what you're trying to say?
Dear, it's absurd to think Father is such a child. It wasn't the noble blood of the HorseyEatYou family and a mistress. This is nothing more than a few people making wild claims. It's obviously a fantasy, a delusion, a daydream. Or is everyone taking part in some kind of act to trick my husband? What act? If anyone's acting, it's you.
Quit it, Aniki. Natsuhi-san may be a bit over vehement, but she's right. Kirei saw her, I didn't. Neither did you, Aniki. But Rosa did. But that means she exists. There are people who can prove she exists, so we're sure right away that she does. It's the opposite of a devil's proof. And I want to meet her too. I want to ask her directly what kind of business she has with the HorseyEatYou family. I agree with you on that. I do indeed wish to inquire as to what business she has on Rakanjima.
Don't play dumb. There's only one thing she could be after. Father's inheritance. We should work out our future plans with a lawyer who's hot on inheritance issues. If the mistress claims equal rights as mother, then our shares will be cut in half.
Choto a minute. Wait a second, everybody. Genji-san will come very soon. He knows everything. I'm sure he'll answer our questions. Until then, let's stop talking about this. Hey, you kids! Sorry, but the adults have to start talking about something complicated. Return to the guest house.
He goes and yells at the children, slightly overcome with emotion. The children didn't understand why there was something being yelled at this time, but Evan and the rest realized it too late. They were talking so bluntly about the filthy topic of the inheritance right in front of the children. Of course they wouldn't want their children to remain, so they all immediately agreed with Yosa's plan.
That's right, just as Rosa-san says. George, take all the cousins to go back to the guest house. You all play nice together.
George, do as you told. Take all the cousins and leave right now. Oh, wait a second, Mother. We still haven't finished eating. Ooh. And dessert hasn't even come yet. Ooh.
We'll have Goto-san take dessert to the guest house. So leave!
Jessica, from here on, the adults will be talking together. Go.
Sure. Even though I'm still eating. Well, guess I won't be the only exception.
Thanks for understanding, Battlefield. But you sure are lucky.
Huh?
Oh, wait. Okay, you're battling.
Why?
I don't want to leave if I could.
I don't have to... I bet. I'll let you adults enjoy your happy...
Do the laugh you do like you're about to like do the opai finger in your life. Yeah.
That's funny to think about.
No, it's ee-hee-hee, not ah-ha-ha.
I'll let you adults enjoy your happy family chat about the inheritance.
I'll also take my seat. At any rate, it appears my turn will not come tonight. Yeah, it's turn of the Golden Witch. It's Nanjo, the Golden Witch. Nanjo quietly goes to his feet. From his seat in the farthest corner, he'd been calmly watching the whole discussion without butting in. Surely that reaction was just very alert, just what you expect of a calm, old gentleman. When Nanjo yells from his seat, it ended up encouraging the others who were supposed to leave. The children noisily yelled from their seats. As they hurried into the hallway, the servants returned. My apologies for taking so long. I spoke Genji.
I was checking to see that all of the doors and windows were shut, so it took me some time. My apologies. Come on! Children, to the guest house! Goto-san, my apologies, but could you carry the children's portion of the dessert to the guest house?
Is that what you wish? Simgoto was amused to see the denier work so hard on interrupting the piece. Set Natsuhi to look as though asking her whether that was really okay. Hey, look. Do as Yosa-san says, and it will not be necessary to set out dessert for us. Do not approach the dining hall until we call for you. No, what she should have done, she sends a secret signal to Goto. Her and cows get dessert, but everyone else doesn't. And they get the extra sugar to think harder. Genius strategy.
Smart. That's smart.
Tell the rest of the servants to do the same. Understood? Yes, as you wish. Come, everyone. Shall we go? Ryo-san, you must have trouble remembering everything. Ooh. I want to talk about Umineko too. No. Ryo-chan, could you tell us about Beatrice in the guest house? I really want to hear about the witch. Okay? Ooh.
You're pretty darn smooth, George Nissan. I'm impressed. Are you sure you don't have kids? You're too used to this.
That was so forced. George just completely restored Maria's good mood. Now she took the initiative, telling the others to head on to the guest house. Looked like Goto didn't like being kicked out of himself, but he couldn't disobey Natsuki, so he left the room with battle in their eyes, closing the door.
Is there some way I might be of service, Mina buddy?
Yeah, there sure is. We got a whole bunch of questions. In fact, every one of us needs. So much that we always want to have a lottery to see who gets stats first.
But no matter who wins the first lottery, the first question will be the same, won't it? That's right. Genji-san, answer me honestly. Who is this person called Bia Toriichi in the VIP room right now?
And cut to black. Oh, it actually did. Is that the end of the chapter? Yes, it is. Okay, everyone, I'll see you guys again at, the timer's gonna extend, right? So, like, what, 6 months? After year? Oh! Grant, if we do it in 6 months, and wait one more day, it's Halloween.
That's genius. Alright, see you then, guys.
Okay, see you at Halloween, guys. No, we need to play sooner. Umineko Sundays are now a thing. Every Sunday we play Umineko.
I can do it.
It's a holy day. Okay, so any closing thoughts? Well, any thoughts about that chapter? What we just read? That's Howie?
Yoda killed it. Everyone.
Yoda killed everyone? But no one's dead. And any thoughts about being back to Umineko? Or you're like, wow, I love Umineko so much.
Umineko no Naku Koroni, better known as Umineko no Naku Koroni.
Okay, so you only owe me like 0.99%? Well, 0.99%, no. You just owe me 99% of an Umineko, so you can leave before I do the outro. See you.
Oh, okay, bye.
I'll see you guys next time. Bye.